business they want to bring up. Welcome aboard, Chief. Thank you, sir.
I did review the questions.
I got them.
Okay, you got them.
We all got a copy.
Is everybody okay with the reread on the questions?
Yeah, okay. Don't see any problem.
Okay, well, what we tried to do, bring up to speed, we had introductory questions for the commission, and then the Texas Department had other questions for the lie detector test. They weren't necessarily the same questions, and I tightened it up, basically. So to make sure they matched some of them, almost perfectly. That way, if there was any deception, there was no question as to whether the question was answered properly with the commission and then later with the lie detector test, okay? So it wasn't incorrect, but we tightened it up.
We had like 3 sets of questions and we would.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got it down to this set, which will probably, the commission will always use this set until further notice. Anybody else got any other old business other than that? Any new business? Okay. We have some bills to pay. We need to pay Casey Everett's $105.35. And then we need to pay we need to pay the commissioners as up to $631.50. And then we have the what's the base BG Circle? And Elliot, we need to pay them for his services at $555. Need a motion?
So moved to pay those bills.
Second? So moved. We will pay those. I got nothing for explorers and reserves. Think I'm doing all right.
No, so far. I'm
Okay.
still trying to wrap my head around.
Yeah, I understand that.
I do have a question here.
Yes, sir.
I don't know where it falls under. I'll catch up here. But if I wanted to look into, we have an extra sergeant, and do away with that extra sergeant slot, but make it captain slot.
I don't think that,
Because there'd be a promotion that would be involved with that extra sergeant. No corporal, no new sergeant, it's just an extra sergeant, do a promotion to a captain, and do away with that sergeant slot.
we've never had that.
I have no objections.
What's
it for? Explain to me.
Reasoning is, if you look at any other agency that has substantial amount of officers on,
Mhm.
you're looking at, let's look at the sheriff's department. You got the sheriff, you got the chief deputy, you got the major, and you got administrative captain.
Right.
That's 4 people to help get stuff done, outreach programs, lectures, whatever needs to be done. You have those 4 people to do it. At the city, we have the assistant chief and myself.
Mhm.
I want an administrative captain slot. Right now, I've made some changes to where the sergeant of the DB will be taken over, and that captain will end up coming out on the street. That gives me an administrative captain slot, somebody that can do training, outreach programs, because, there's so much that needs to be done to help lower crime in the
Sure.
city. We need that administrative captain slot.
I think that's all right.
I'm feeling all this out where this can happen, where it can, but I know that you guys will be involved at least with taking the sergeant that's extra and a promotion to a captain, and then we'll do away with that sergeant slot. I then gotta do the other half of it, I'll have to go to the board of
We'll
public
have,
works,
we'll have to do some checking to see if we
because I'm gonna wanna bring in a
have that,
5th officer.
that authority to do it, or you might have that authority. We're gonna,
Yeah, I'm thinking, and this is without me checking anything yet, okay? There are 2 aspects to this. I think a budgetary aspect, which would probably go to the council, to change the because I assume you guys adopt a pay ordinance every year. So the city may need to create that slot from a budgeting standpoint.
Right.
And then the promotion end of it would fall under the
Exactly.
commission. Okay, but I think you gotta create the slot with the city first through the council. And once that slot's open, then as to who that person is,
Right.
then I think the merit commission would review the promotion itself. Okay?
That's the plan.
Yeah, I think it's a two-step process.
Because I'm going to want to bring in a 45th officer. That's the other half. This goes.
I think we should be up to 50, but I'm only one vote.
I agree with that.
Awesome. That's all I have. Thank you.
We'll get together on that one, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll touch base with the city attorney and make sure she agrees with me as to how that should work.
That's all I have unless somebody else has something else. Yes.
I got a few things for
Sure.
the good of the commission.
Good.
We did have our 800 megahertz switchover, which was completed on last Tuesday, the 3rd. Yesterday and today, we're finishing up the mobile installs and all the squad cars, so
Oh, good.
we'll be completely switched over then. Also, Grant Carter is our new recruit hire. Chief has selected next Friday, October 13th at 9 a.m. as his swear-in date. It's going to be in this room, correct?
Yes, sir.
Will be in this room, so if the Mayor Commission would like to attend that.
October 19th, what time?
October 13th,
13th. Okay.
Friday the 13th,
Oh, boy.
at 9 a.m. in this room.
Okay.
And then we're also going to move forward, obviously, in getting new IDs. I believe I have photographs for both Mr. Jude and Mr. Pinkerton. Have you ever been issued an ID?
No.
I'll contact we do them over at the courthouse security. Once I notify him that he can proceed, I'll probably call you, Greg, and if that's okay, and let you know where you need to report to. And they'll take your photo and get all that done over there. We'll get you all cut out. That's all I have.
I need a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We're done.
No public comment?
Pardon?
No public comment? This is a public meeting, correct?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it already adjourned?
Yeah.
No, we will,
Okay.
we will unadjourn.
Let me gather some paperwork real quick.